Gotcha. A couple weeks after your son fights, it will be the undisputed rematch between Bivol and Beterbiev. Um, I don't think I've ever like got your thoughts on who you thought actually won that first fight. Were you cool with that decision?
You know what? In my opinion, I like both fighters. I would have been happy with any fighter that would want. To be honest,
Mm,
they're the best at 175. They're the fucking monsters at that division. But in my mind, I think Bivol won by a little bit, maybe by 1 point,
mm.
maybe a draw. But you know, man, it's just, you know, I'm not a judge, so that's what I think. And I hear that a lot of people thought that Bivol won by a little bit. It was a very close fight. It was very hard to score. But in my mind, I think Bivol won that fight by 1 point.
Do you think he rights that wrong, or do you think Beterbiev gets the edge again in the rematch, man?
It's gonna be a tough fight again, man. Like I say, one of them is gonna have to make adjustments in order to make that big difference. It can't be that close again. Like I said, it's a very tough decision and a very tough place to score that fight because, like I said, it was too close. It was very, very close fight.
Yeah. I know you guys don't have like a preference in terms of like who wins, who loses, but does like at least maybe a part of you kind of root for better BF to win, only from the standpoint of if Bivol wins, now they gotta have a trilogy. And now your son probably doesn't get a crack at the winner until like 2026, you know?
Yeah, it's so funny because everything changes so fast, so quick. I don't focus on that because, like I said, our focus right now is with David Morrell. But we would love to fight better before B Bull. David's only 28 years old. He's super young. But if you ask me now, I would love to make that fight with B Bull because he beat Canelo. He beat Zurdo Ramirez. So if David beats the one that beat the one that beat the one, man, that would be a great fight. And then there would be no doubt that David's the best at 168, 175. Uh, on the other hand, if we fight Better Beef, he's the tough guy. He's the other monster. So either fight would be a great fight for us. Uh, Not going forward, like I said, we're focused on David Morrell.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously we can't disrespect David Morrell at all. But like
No, no.
I remember talking to you in the past, and like when I would bring up Bivol, you would always be like, "Oh, Bivol's a great fighter. He beat Canelo. He beat a lot of other great fighters. Really technical guy. Really great boxer." But whenever I mention Beterbiev, like your eyes are kind of open up, and you'll just be like, "Yo, that dude is."
It's a monster. He's a monster. But like I said, B-Ball has been changing my mind since I saw him beat Canelo. Nobody really gave him that credit. Nobody even remembers that he beat Canelo. He
Mm,
never got the recognition. But
mm,
then he fought better beef, and I thought he was gonna get knocked out. To be honest with you, you
mm.
know, and I was surprised. Like what? And so now, I'm a big fan of both. Like I said, it don't matter who wins or who loses. At the end of the day, these two are great fighters. And it will be an honor to one day face one of these two big monsters.